All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brittany. I'm one of the PACAC facilitators for these sessions, and we're so excited for you to join us this evening to learn more about Goldey-Beacom College. Before I turn it over to our presenters tonight, I just wanted to go over a quick couple of reminders. So first, students, your cameras and microphones are off. If you'd like to ask questions of the presenters, we absolutely would love you to, but use the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. So you do have a little chat down there. Just drop them in there and our presenters will be able to answer those for you. Please remember to sign up for some additional PACAC sessions. There's still a whole week and a half probably left of sessions to sign up for. So go to www.pacac.org/virtual to sign up for additional sessions. And then a recording of this presentation will be available on the PACAC website for your viewing even afterwards. And then I will be back in a little bit to do some follow-up, but I'll turn it over to our presenters. Thanks for joining us.
All right, let me share my screen for you so you can all see that. Okay, so thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm going to kind of go over everything that GBC has to offer. So myself, my name is Valerie. I'm here with my colleague, Andy Shear. He is the men and women's cross country and track coach. So first, a little about the college. We are located in Wilmington, Delaware. As you can see, we're about an hour from Philadelphia, about 2.5 hours from New York City. We're not too far from Baltimore as well. And Washington, D.C. is a little over 2 hours from us as well. So here, meet the admissions reps. So currently at the moment, Joey Santamaro will be working with all students that are located in Pennsylvania. So if you do have any additional questions, you can contact him. This is his information, but feel free to contact any one of us. We'll all answer any of your questions that you might have. But when you do apply, you might be working directly with Joey. So this is just a few fun facts about GBC. So as you can see, our student to faculty ratio is 20:1. We do have a smaller class size. It's more of a personal experience with your professors. Your freshman year, you might have a max of 45, but that is really pushing it. We have 25 degree options and 41 considering our undergraduate and graduate degrees. 54% of our freshmen do live on campus. It's not mandatory that you live on campus, but most of our freshmen do. You can have a car. Freshmen can park their car on campus for free, which is a great perk. And then we have a 3-day weekend every single weekend. So best thing ever, we do not have classes on Fridays. So this just gives you more time to explore, venture out. If you're an athlete, it's a great time to catch up on your schoolwork. Definitely Fridays are nice as far as sometimes you'll practice in the morning, sometimes you'll practice in the afternoon, but it's a great day to kind of catch up on all of your schoolwork. Most of the time you probably will be competing on Saturdays for most sports. So that Friday, perfect day to get your work done. I'm not going to go too much into athletics because Andy's on here and we'll kind of go over everything, but we are Division II and we have 13 different NCAA teams. Next, so this is all of our bachelor degree options. Our most popular is going to be our business administration. We do have concentrations in all the following in white. Our communication and media and human services degree are new starting this year of fall of 2020. And then we also are very popular in accounting, criminal justice, and psychology as well. So hopefully you have seen these billboards posted on 95. I hope you have seen them. If you are from Philadelphia, you've probably seen them on some buses as well in the city, or we can only hope that you have. But for this year, we're cutting our tuition in half. So as you can see, our tuition will be $12,750 for 30 credit hours. So all of our classes are 3 credit classes. In order to receive your bachelor's degree, you will take 120 credits. Most of the time, we will schedule students for 5 classes in their fall semester and 5 classes in their spring semester. One of the cool things about us are the way that our classes do run. So we have classes that will meet either on Mondays and Wednesdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have classes that run for 15 weeks of the semester, or we have classes that run for 8 weeks of the semester. So I know 5 classes might seem like a lot, but you might actually only be scheduled in 3 at a time, and those classes might drop, and then you might pick ones up. Another cool thing about our classes is we do have nighttime classes. So if you do have a job or you're looking to get a job during the day, you could definitely take your classes at night and still be able to keep up with all your schoolwork. And then, like I said, on Fridays, we do not have classes. So that's also another time to kind of catch up on anything that you might need. So this right here is our scholarship grid. So when we accept a student, this is what we're looking at as far as merit-based scholarships. So on the top, you'll see the SAT and ACT scores. And then going down, you'll see the GPA. So you kind of match up your GPA with your SA or ACT score. And that's what you're going to be awarded in scholarship. And then this slide just shows you how to apply. So we do have a free application. There's no cost. You could just visit right on our website. It's right on gbc.edu. You'll click on Admissions and Aid, and then you'll click on the undergraduate application. You'll fill that out, and then it will ask you if you want to update or upload your documents. They're not necessary to upload right then and there. You can have your counselor send us your transcript via parchment, or they can send it directly to us as a PDF. As far as your SAT or ACT scores, those can be sent through College Board, or we can receive a screenshot of them directly to the admissions rep or to admissions. And then once we receive those, we kind of move forward with the application. We are not on the Common App, but like I said, we do have free application right on our website. We don't require any additional documents, so you don't need recommendation letters or an essay. If you have already had them, you can definitely send them to us. We will read them, but we don't need them as far as the admissions process. And then after we receive everything, you'll hear back to us typically about a week. We do have rolling admissions, so we could, you could be accepted all the way up until classes do start. And then next you would be, you would fill out your FAFSA, and then this is our school code right here. You would add that onto your FAFSA. I believe you can add up to like 10 different schools. And then once we receive that, you'll hear back from somebody in financial aid regarding how much additional aid you would receive. So this is kind of how the financial aid process works. So after you, like I said, you apply, you send us your documents, and then you would submit your FAFSA for the 2022 school year. And then beginning in November, you would receive some type of tentative aid letter stating, how much you would be receiving. You might be requested to submit additional documents, but that's all done through financial aid. You could contact somebody in there, or Joey will follow up with you as far as your process as well. And then this right here is just kind of how to complete the FAFSA form. It is a free application that you could do right online, and then you could just start to fill out the new one. So these are the different types of aids that you can receive. So grants are financial aid that's typically based on need, and it does not have to be repaid. We have scholarships, which are free money that is based on academic or achievements or financial aid. There's different ways that you can receive scholarships. So, there's some that's based just through Goldey. There's some that you might have like through your high school. There's different websites that you can apply for different scholarships as well. We do also offer endowed scholarships. There's different criteria that you might meet to receive those scholarships. But after you're accepted, then we would contact you kind of going over what additional things that we might need as well. The next is loans. So this is money that you're going to borrow to pay for college, and those must be repaid. And then work study jobs. So this is a great way to get your foot in the door just as starting work. So there's different jobs on campus. You can work in the library. You can work in different offices. I know admissions, we have a work study in our office, athletics as well. So this is, like I said, a great way to kind of learn how to balance your school life with your personal life, and having a job. College is not as easy as everyone seems. So it's kind of like a great way to, juggle a few things, work on time management skills as well. And then this is the My Student app. So this is also used for financial aid. So you could actually download the app right online or right on your smartphone. You'd start filling everything out, and then us on our end would receive this information, and then somebody in our financial aid department will contact you. And like I said, if they need additional documents, if they require anything extra, they'll contact you with what they need. And then next, I'm going to turn it over to Andy. He's going to go over everything as far as athletics, housing, career services as well. So take it away, Andy.
All right. Thank you very much, Val. I appreciate everybody being on, tuning in this evening and watching us. I am Andrew Shear. I'm the head cross country and track and field coach at Goldey-Beacom. I've been with the college for just about 5 years now. I'm going to talk a little bit about not just athletics this evening, but also student life in general. Some of the things you can expect specifically at Goldey-Beacom College. But first of all, we'll talk a little bit about the athletic division. As Val said, there are 13 NCAA Division II sports on campus: basketball, men's baseball, cross country, men's golf, soccer, women's softball, women's tennis, women's volleyball, and track and field. Track and field and baseball are two relatively new sports. Baseball has been in play for about 4 years now, maybe 5. And track and field, we're just starting our 3rd season. So Goldey-Beacom has been adding Division II programs and is looking to probably do so again in the next 3 to 5 years. So we are trying to grow through the athletic program. Athletics at Goldey-Beacom have been very successful over the years. We've had 8 NCAA tournament victories, 11 conference championships. We're part of what is known as the CACC, which is the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. Schools range from as far south as Goldey-Beacom and as far north as Post University, which is located in Connecticut. We have a 5-state footprint, but we are one of the smallest Division II conferences in terms of area in the country. So you're not spending a lot of time on airplanes and long bus rides getting from competition to competition. We've had over 40 academic honor roll students each year. That's the average. We have 6 CACC titles. We've had 1 regional title, and we have most recently some nationally ranked and regionally ranked programs, including our men's golf and women's tennis teams. They have all been extremely successful, but the bottom line is that almost every athletic program at Goldey-Beacom has been successful over the history of its existence, including baseball and track and field. If you're interested in being an athlete at the NCAA level, there are some things that you need to know going in. There are some eligibility requirements. Those include enrolling in what is known as the NCAA Eligibility Center, which can be found at the website for the NCAA, which is ncaa.org. You're required to enroll. It does, as a clearinghouse, it verifies your academic status as well as your amateur status. And so that's something that is required not only to participate, but also to receive athletic aid. As Val mentioned, we're a Division II program, and as such, we are able to offer athletic aid to student athletes. So something to think about as you're looking at the prices of college. Not only are there academic opportunities for financial aid and scholarships, but there's also athletic aid as well. Now, what's it like to be a student athlete at Goldey-Beacom College? Well, let me give you a couple bits of information about what it is like to be a student athlete here. We have over 205 enrolled student athletes on campus. 33% of those are international students. Goldey-Beacom does not offer a study abroad program. Instead, we bring international to you. On the cross country and track team, for example, we have a German national, an Australian national. I just had a graduate from Colombia. You'll find on the men's soccer team, the women's tennis team, student athletes from as far away as South Africa and as far south as into South America. So it's a great opportunity to mix culturally internationally with other student athletes and students in general. We had a spring cumulative GPA of 3.24 for all of the athletes on campus. We have a cumulative overall GPA of 3.18, which is fully a quarter point higher than the average student at Goldey-Beacom College. So academics are very important at Division II, and they're extremely important at Goldey-Beacom College. Our retention rate is 60%. I'm sorry, our graduation rate is 60%, which compares very favorably to the national rate of 50%. And our retention rate is 86%, which also compares very favorably to the national average of 73%. So as I say, Goldey-Beacom takes its athletics and its academics extremely seriously. So we do expect that you participate in the athletic programs if you are an athlete, but academics do come first. That's why it's called a student athlete. Now, what's it like the day of a life of a student athlete at Goldey-Beacom? Well, we'll look at cross country since that's the season that we'd be in right now. We practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then a couple of days a week we'll have afternoon sessions somewhere between 3 and 3:30 where we'll be in the weight room or working with our strength and conditioning coach. You'll find that most of the athletic programs on campus will have at least 2 or 3 days a week of double workouts. We're permitted to work up to 20 hours a week in season. And we have a strength and conditioning coach on campus. So even during the off season, you'll be in the weight room working with Shane or whoever else our strength and conditioning coach is. In between those workouts, you'll be obviously expected to attend class, get your work done. If you have part-time jobs, that's a possibility also to socialize. One of the things that you will learn as a student athlete at Goldey-Beacom College or any college you attend is time management skills. Those are things that are extremely important, not just as a college student, but as you carry them forward in life, being able to manage your time very successfully. There are some intangibles that I'd like to talk about in terms of being a student athlete. You can see some of the pictures of some of our teams. There's really a great sense of community pride when it comes to athletic programs. Goldey-Beacom does not offer a football program, nor have I been asked to be the offensive line coach, but our tennis teams, our soccer teams, our baseball and softball teams, the fan base is extremely powerful. Our basketball programs, the fans are there. You don't have to pay admissions to go to a college basketball game at the Division II level, which is always nice. And so there's really that sense of being a student involved in your college, and athletics are always a big part of that. So whether you're a fan or whether you're participating in it, the opportunity is a well-rounded experience. And that's really what college should be all about for you, is being well-rounded as a student, as an athlete, and as a member of your collegiate community. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the developments and changes that are happening at Goldey-Beacom College. We have done about a $30 million renovation and upgrade project in the last year and a half. And one of those things was to open up a brand new cafeteria, providing a new expanded dining offering for all students on campus. The new expanded offerings include an all-you-care-to-eat meal plan. We also have a made-to-order cafe options, brick oven pizza, barista-made coffee, or is that barista? I think it's barista. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I think I may have pronounced that incorrectly. And there's also grab-and-go options. So as you can see by some of the pictures in the slide, this is all brand new, and we're very excited about the opportunity to offer meal plans for our students, whether you live on campus or you're even a commuter. You'll have opportunity to take part in the meal plans, and depending on your living conditions, which living residence you're in, that'll either include a 19 meal plan, 10 meal plan, or a 5 meal plan. But this will all be opening up in the spring of this year, and we're looking forward to having that new addition, a new option as part of our growth. Also part of our growth over the past year and a half is our residency halls. And as you can see, the campus is only about 24 acres, but there's an awful lot packed into those 24 acres. On the far left-hand side, you'll see the 4 of the 5 halls, Leach, Miller, Jackson, and Abel Hall, are all apartment-style living. And then Fronta Hall is our brand new 140-bed dormitory. And so these are all part of the on-campus living experience. Up until this past year, there has been a waiting list for students to live on campus at Goldey-Beacom. But because of the growth we've experienced in the last couple of years, Fronta Hall became a necessity, and the construction is completed, and we're looking forward to welcoming 140 new students into Fronta Hall this coming spring. And as we grow, those options will be available to all students who are choosing to live on campus. I mentioned Miller, Jackson, Leach, and Abel Hall are apartment style living. This is Leach Hall, which is open to all freshmen. You have the option of living either in Fronta Hall, the new dormitory, or in Leach Hall. Now, Leach is an apartment style that includes a central living area, a kitchen area that includes a stove, and 2 bedroom facilities and 2 private bathrooms. So if you are living in Leach Hall in an apartment, you're living in an apartment, which kind of gives you a little bit more freedom and flexibility than just living in a dormitory, and also allows you the opportunity to prepare some of your own meals. But these are all directly on campus. So if you, as a freshman, if you chose to live in an apartment, Leach Hall would be your first choice. And then you have the opportunity to look at the meal plans based on that living opportunity. Fronta Hall, as I mentioned, is the brand new dormitory, 140 beds, including student lounges on each floor. Security will be housed in Fronta Hall. And it's a very well apportioned dormitory style living. There's actually a full kitchen facility down on the first floor as well. So you will be able to prepare some things from a cooking standpoint in that one central area. But as you can see by the pictures, the dorm rooms are very large. They include 2 beds. They include places for your clothing. Everybody has their own desk, and each one has a mini fridge, and I believe there's a microwave in each one as well. On each floor, there are private bathrooms, which means you're not sharing a shower stall or a toilet area with anybody. You go in, lock the door, and that bathroom area is yours, and they are cleaned by a custodial staff. And so you have that opportunity and option as well. So you're not sharing bathroom space and shower space with others. And that, as I mentioned, there's one on each floor. So there's 4 floors of dormitory style apartments or dorm rooms. And so each floor would have its own private bathroom facilities. But Fronta opens up this spring, and we're very excited about the views from the top floor, by the way, are absolutely beautiful of the Pike Creek area. Lots of trees, lots of greenery. It's a very relaxing space and a great place to hang out with friends, great place to study. And a wonderful place to entertain, and it's a beautiful facility sitting right on Route 7, just outside of the Pennsylvania-Delaware border. Finally, student affairs. College life is not all about being a student. It's not all about being an athlete. It's also about being involved in developing your friendships, your partnerships, and doing different things with your life. Student Affairs has been moved into a brand new facility as well. We have expanded the things that are available to students at Goldey-Beacom College. Regular events include comedians, musicians, karaoke nights, trivia nights. We have nutrition and fitness programs. In fact, not too long ago, I actually hosted an online Zoom yoga session. And so there are lots of opportunities to be involved. And that is part of being a college student, is being involved in things that you're interested in and will pay dividends for you down the road. Some of our clubs and organizations, we have a brand new cheerleader club. There's also accounting and finance club, the psychology club, dance club, Black Student Union, Lightning Studio, the entrepreneurship club, just to name a few. And they've added clubs, and a lot of times students will actually recommend clubs to be added. And that's how sometimes things get done. If the students say, we'd like to do this, Student Affairs will be more than happy to listen to you and make those recommendations, and then you can participate in some of the activities and events that maybe you've designed. But as I say, being a student athlete at Goldey-Beacom College is more than just about being a student and being an athlete. It's about growing your base, growing your network of friends, and being involved in activities and events so that your college experience is one that is well-rounded and worth every nickel. And I think at Goldey-Beacom College, you'd find that we are a very affordable college, but the experience that we provide is probably far beyond what the price tag is. Finally, career services. The idea, obviously, of going to college for 4 years, or if you're staying around for a master's degree, 5 years, or even our 3+3 law program, 6 years, is to come out with a career ambition and a job. Over 90% of GBC students find employment or continue their education within 3 months of graduating. And by saying that they find a job in their career, or they decide to continue their education in their career paths. So that 90% is a very significant number. Career Services offers from the very first semester opportunities to learn about interview skills. We learn about resume writing. They will more than happy to help you do that. We do mock interviews so that you can hone and polish your interview skills. And finally, we offer 2 career fairs every year, one in the spring and one in the fall, that brings anywhere from 30 to 40 employers and internship program opportunities directly to campus. It's an opportunity for you to meet and greet. And I'll be honest, I've actually lost some of my student athletes who have gotten jobs, full-time jobs in their career at these career fairs, and have decided to continue their full-time career opportunity while pursuing their degree simultaneously. So these are great places for you to learn, to connect, to network, and to grow, not just as a student, not just as an athlete, and not just as somebody who's experiencing college, but your future as well. And that's really what college is all about, what you're going to end up being when you're done.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of take it over. I don't think my video was gonna work. So this right here is some information sessions that we do have on campus. We're currently not having any open houses at the moment. That is gonna change though. But at the information sessions, you will get to take a tour of campus. You'll meet with somebody in admissions. They'll go over through the whole admissions process. You'll get some free Goldey things as well when you come. They are held on a Saturday, one every Saturday of the month. So you could register right on our website on this. Again, you click on admissions and aid, and then you'll see like tours and information sessions. You'll sign up right on there for the information session. We normally held 2 different ones. So there's normally one at 10 o'clock and there's normally one at 12 o'clock. And then, like I said, you just come right on out to campus. If for some reason a Saturday does not work for you, that's perfectly okay. You can contact any of the admissions reps. We're all very flexible. We kind of are scattered on which days that we're working right now, but we do take tours. So as long as you let us know ahead of time, you know, what date you're trying to come out, who's all coming with you, we'll send you some information. And then, like I said, you can come out to campus and we'll show you a tour of everything. We'll show you the classroom. We'll show you all of the residence halls as well. And we'll just give you a kind of basic overview as far as the admissions process again. And like I said, we'll give you some GBC stuff to take home with you as well. Does anybody have any questions? Andy, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to say that I appreciate your consideration of Goldey-Beacom College and understand, you know, as you're looking at colleges and things, you have opportunities and options. Be mindful, be thoughtful about where you're looking, but I think you'd find that as a small school, and Goldey-Beacom is a relatively small school, that the experience that you're going to find at Goldey-Beacom is probably, as I mentioned before, far outweighs the cost and the price tag. Even though we've cut tuition in half, I think the value at Goldey-Beacom is probably superior to most, if not all, colleges in the region. And I fully enjoy working here. I fully enjoy working with the students, not just my athletes, but the entire student body. We get to know each other very well. Your professors will get to know you. You'll get to know them. And you'll find that you have people in your corner, and you have an asset for life if you attend Goldey-Beacom College.
I'll say it's very small family atmosphere. One thing I always like to say to students is most colleges, you may not even know who the president is. You might not even meet the president in your whole 4 years that you're attending the college. Here, that's not the case. Colleen, she's great. You'll probably meet her on the first day that you even step foot on the campus. She's very active. She wants to meet everyone, and she gets involved as well. So for me, I mean, you don't find that at any other school. So that's just something that makes it feel like such a family atmosphere here.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. We enjoyed your presentation. As promised, I have a couple quick reminders. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. When you guys close out, you will have a survey that pops up. We just ask that you fill that out, gain a little bit of feedback, and then also sign up for additional sessions. So we'd love you to join us for other sessions. I know I certainly learned a lot about Goldey-Beacom sitting in on this session. So definitely follow up with them if you have any other questions, if there's anything else that we can do. And the recording will be available on the PACAC website. But thank you both for presenting and sharing all this information. Like I said, I know I learned a lot myself. So thank you and have a great night.
Thank you. You too.